What's up, T.O.Gs? Coming to you today with another product review. And I thought I'd do this while I was riding instead of sitting down and talking, just because to me it's more interesting watching a motovlog product review in a motovlog format. That's just me. I'll definitely have some B-roll up here for you guys, so you guys, if I have something that I'm talking about specifically regarding the product review, that you guys will be able to take a closer look instead of me trying to fiddle with it while I'm riding. But today what I want to talk to you guys about is the Sena 10R Bluetooth headset. I've been really impressed with this headset. It's my first Bluetooth headset, so again, I'm sure there are other reviews on this product, but if you wanted to hear my take on this Sena 10R, here it goes. Without further ado, let's talk about this Bluetooth headset. This is going to be mainly about the pros and cons of this product, and not so much about the specs. If you want to know more about the specs on this product, check it out in the description. I'll put a link specifically to the Sena page so you can read specifically about the product itself if that's what you're curious about. But this is more about the actual usage and how I felt using this for the last little while. Let's talk about the bad stuff first, because I like to talk about the bad stuff first, so then we can get that out of the way and talk about what I do like about this product. The big thing about this product is that there is a bit of a learning curve to using this, because there's not any dial. There's usually the Senas have a big dial that helps with the interface of using it. This doesn't have that, so there is a bit of a learning curve to using it. But what I will say, although it doesn't have the dial, it has a very tactile feel to it, so you can find where the buttons are pretty easily, even with a gloved hand. They did a good job with that, even though there isn't a dial, and the interface with the Bluetooth headset isn't the greatest. Like I said, even though it's not great, once you get it down, it is pretty easy to use. I won't say it's super easy or anything like that. And there is some more than a learning curve as to feeling it out and finding out which buttons do what. There are a certain amount of like combinations of pushing the plus and the middle, or the middle and the minus, or just the middle, or holding down the middle for a certain amount of seconds. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about that per se, but there is a lot of combinations that you have to learn about how things work, like how to connect to another headset, how to answer a phone call, how to hang up a phone call. Like I said, I don't want to talk about specifically what you have to do to get those things to happen, but there is a bit of a learning curve to learning how to use it and what combination of buttons to do. So we're going to put that in the cons, just because it's not extremely simple to use. Now you might disagree with me. You might say, I have one and I figured it out really quickly. Like I said, it's a learning curve. It's not going to be the same for everybody. Not everyone's going to get it right away or understand how to use it right away. So that's just something that I wanted to put out there. Another one of the cons is the difference between the volume of your music and the volume of a phone call, or the volume of when you hook up with another intercom headset, like to another Bluetooth. It can be really drastic. So you might just be listening to music, all of a sudden you get a phone call and you answer it, and it just blows your eardrums out.
What is up, T.O.Gs? What's up?
We now return to your regular programming.
It is so freaking loud, right? So that's definitely not something I would put in the cons column of this headset, is the difference in volume between talking with somebody and listening to your music. So another one of my cons for this Bluetooth headset is that because of its low profile here on the side of the helmet, you see how nicely it just kind of flows with your helmet. It's not this big protruding device. Is that because it's so low profile, there's no battery here. The battery pack is actually connected all the way around to the back, and although that's not a big deal, it's just another thing you've got to stick to your helmet. So even though you don't have this big, huge Bluetooth headset on the side of your helmet, there is another thing that you have to deal with. Not everyone's helmet setup is the same in the back, so you might have less room back there than I do. So that might be a big deal for you as far as having something else to put on your helmet. But if not, then it's not really a big deal. But that's something that I did want to mention as far as pros and cons on this Bluetooth headset. But let's talk about the pros now. Since we've gotten the bad stuff out of the way, let's talk about what I do like. One of the things that I do like about it is its low profile, right? Even though you've got a battery pack to add to the back of your helmet as well as the headset itself, it is a very low profile headset, and it's also made out of it's waterproof, right? So if that's something that you need in a Bluetooth headset, it needs to be able to withstand the elements when you're riding. This is definitely one that you want to consider. Now, I know I talked about how the difference between your music and the phone calls is really big. The nice thing about this helmet is that the volume of music gets loud enough that you can actually hear it on the highway, and that's pretty good. You know, my helmet has isn't the quietest helmet as far as wind noise goes, but it doesn't matter. I've ridden up to, you know, I don't know, 85, 90 miles an hour on the highway, and I can still hear my music. Like, I can definitely hear the volume of somebody talking. And likewise, I've been riding at highway speeds, and I can make phone calls and talk to my wife. I was gonna say to somebody. Anybody who wants to talk to me on the phone can reach me on my Bluetooth headset, and they can hear me and I can hear them even at highway speeds. Now, this is going to depend, I think, on your helmet, but like I said, I have a fair amount of wind noise in this helmet, and I can still hear and be heard on this headset. So the speakers are good inside the helmet, and the microphone is good. I actually don't even use the boom mic. I use a little low profile one that sticks to the front here of the helmet, and that one works just fine. So I can't speak to the boom mic, but this the low profile one works just fine. Another one of the positives of the Sena 10R is everything works really quickly, right? Once you get the learning curve down and you know what buttons do what, there isn't a big delay. Like when I want to make a phone call and I want to connect to Siri or whatever it might be, it happens really fast. There's not like a big delay in the actions that you perform on the thing. If I want to, go to the next song, all of these things work really quickly when you connect with your device. And I guess this could vary depending on what device that you have. But with my iPhone 8 Plus, I have no problems as far as how quickly the device connects. As soon as I turn my headset on, it connects automatically to my phone in a matter of seconds. It's really good.
Hello. Phone connected.
So that's something I wouldn't, if you're considering this, if you're worried about, is it gonna connect every time, or how long is it gonna take? How long is the delay gonna be between me turning the device on and connecting to my phone? It is really fast. So that is not something that you need to be concerned with. The last thing that I'll say about this device, as far as pros go, is the battery life. The battery life is really good. I don't take super long trips, but I've taken a 2-hour trip. I've listened to music. I've made phone calls. I had it connected on the intercom, and it works really well. And I've had no problems with battery life. It's never gone dead. Like I said, I probably jinxed it now. The next time I go out, it'll probably go dead. But I'll put the specs for that right here in the video. But the battery life is terrific. It's not just about the battery life while it's in use. I've not used it for at least like a week, and then I'll just pop it back on and use it for a couple hours. Ooh, I don't want to go that way. This person did not want to let me in. Too bad, I'm getting in anyway. But guys, that's all I've got for you on the Sena 10R. If you have specific questions that I did not answer in this video that you wanted to know about the Sena 10R, please leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Don't forget, if you like this video, to hit the thumbs up down there, which is the like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and come back and see me. Guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I'm that one guy, and I am out.